Hello, this video is on introducing R scripts. We are excited to introduce the new, as from 2024, scripting facilities in R-Instat. All the work that R-Instat does is via R scripts. The dialogs are just a convenient way to generate these scripts. Users can now opt to bypass the dialogs by using scripts or to combine working with both as they learn. This is perhaps surprising for a point-and-click system. It reflects our goal of supporting users working efficiently in statistics and data science. For some, a point-and-click approach is all you need, but others may welcome gradually working towards using R scripts. In this presentation, we introduce how R-Instat users can start to interact with scripts to gain exposure to and familiarity with using R scripts without needing to learn the R language first. We now write your first and maybe only script. From the R-Instat open screen, press the R scroll on the toolbar. Or go to the View menu, Log/Script. This opens a new window for a script. Make the window a bit larger. Now we will write a very simple script with 2 statements and 2 descriptive comments. On the first line, press the number sign, hashtag, that's usually on the left of the keyboard. Then type, find 15% of a restaurant bill of $35. Starting the line with the number sign indicates that it is a comment, therefore the line is in green. On the next line, type 0.15 multiplied by 35. This is the first statement. Now the third line, which is another comment introducing the next statement. On the third line, add another number sign, hashtag, and type, also find the 15% tip for 3 people who spent $23, $29, and $41. And on the fourth line, put 0.15 multiplied by 23 plus 29 plus 41. You now have a 4-line script. You can execute these statements using the Run and Run All buttons. This simple script is an opportunity to introduce the Run and Run All buttons in the script window. The Run button allows you to work through a script statement by statement, while Run All does the whole script at once. Often, the Run button is the better choice, as it allows users to follow the script interactively. We use the terms statement and command interchangeably. Click at the beginning of the first line, then click on the Run key. This runs both the comment, which is now copied into the output window, and also the first statement of the script. And you are now positioned, ready to run the second statement. So, click Run again, or try pressing Ctrl together with the Enter key. That's the same as pressing the Run button. You have run the script and now have the results in the output window. You can also select a section of the script to run, go back to the start of the second line and mark it, and the fourth line, then press Run. This shows that if you mark part of a script, the Run button just executes the lines you mark. Now, try the Run All button. As you would expect, this will run the whole script, regardless of where your cursor is or what is selected. From anywhere in the script, press the Run All button. R-Instat now asks if you really want to do that. Click Yes, then it runs the whole script. Finally, sometimes R statements are quite long and may stretch over more than one line. To illustrate, press Enter after the second plus on line 4. Here is what the script should look like. Now go anywhere in the last 3 lines and press Run. It should work as before. We said in the title that this might be the only script you will have to write while you use R-Instat. That's because R-Instat can help with the writing of new scripts, and so can many R-Whizzes. So, you mainly make use of scripts that are provided for you. If, like R-Fan, you prefer to write your own scripts, then you are likely to prefer RStudio to R-Instat. We now look at the To Script button. The Introduction to Data Science book shows a graph of the murder rates in different countries. It argues that this makes the US seem scary. But before you decide to avoid the US forever, maybe you could consider whether some US states are safer than others. And the companion DS Labs package provides a dataset to investigate this topic. This example will start back in the R-Instat menu system before using the To Script button, available on all dialogs, to return to our scripting adventures. This is a good example of how R-Instat allows you to blend the menu system with scripting opportunities. Use File, Import from Library. Choose the DS Labs package and the murders data and press OK. First, calculate the murder rates per 100,000 people. Use Prepare, Column Calculator. Click on the Variables and Keyboard. To enter, total divide by population multiplied by 10 to the power of 5. Give the name as rate and press OK. Use Describe, Graphs, Bar Charts. Press the Value button at the top to graph the actual values. Then, the rate is the Y variable and state is the X. Put the states into ascending order. Add the region with the Dodge option to keep all the states side by side and press OK. That's not bad as a first go. The x-axis is a mess, but we have the right sort of information. We make a couple of improvements. Return to the last dialog. Click the Flip Coordinates checkbox to swap the x and y axis. Then press the Plot Options button. Then the Themes tab and choose Economist Theme. That's the one used in the book. That's a reasonable graph to investigate the variability of murder rates in the US states. The Northeast, and particularly for Vermont or New Hampshire, have the lowest rates. At a regional level, perhaps avoid DC and the South. However, our work here is on scripts. We are working on something new, so start a new script. In the script window, click on the New button. This opens a new script tab. It is called Untitled 2. But if you'd like to rename it to something more descriptive, simply double-click on the name and type in the new name. We call it US Murders. A feature we have not used so far is that each dialog has a To Script button at the bottom right. Just like OK, this is only enabled when the dialog is completed. Return to the dialog again and press the To Script button. This opens the script window again and copies the R script that was used to produce the graph. Our aim in this presentation is just for you to be able to run scripts. You don't even need to read them, let alone write them. Well, except for the restaurant bill at the start. However, it is useful to look statements over, as bits of them will often be surprisingly clear. Break the scripts into 3 sections to make it more readable. Add a space before last graph, then again before data books. Then take a quick look. This is optional if you find it scary. Line 4, which is the first line, identifies the data set. Lines 6 to 8, these next lines describe the graph. You may recognize items you used in the dialog, for example, x is equals to state and y is equals to rate. Line 10 to 13. This last section defines how the graph is displayed and saved in R-Instat. I don't really understand this bit and I don't need to. Now press the Run All button and say yes when asked. You should get the graph again. This time it is from the script rather than from the dialog. As mentioned above, you may recognize some parts of the graph statement. For example, it says Theme Economist. When you chose Economist in the dialog, there were many others, for example, Classic, 538, Panda, or HC. You can always return to the dialog, but an alternative is to tweak the script. In the script, change Economist to HC and try the script again through the Run All button. Then try at least one more. So Classic or Panda or 538. Perhaps try them all. Notice how quickly you get results when you tweak a script. One downside of tweaking a script is that you may make a typing error. But don't worry about making mistakes. You will simply get an error message and then be able to correct it. Return to the script and change into HD. There is no HD theme. Then press the Run All again. This gives an error as we show. This time, the error message is clear and may help with the correction. That isn't always the case, but it is never a problem to get errors. Everyone does. Next, we look at saving scripts and some benefits of having them. To save a script, you can use File, Save As, Save Script As. Then, choose where to save your file and which file type you want. We usually save it as a .r file. Some advantages of having the script rather than just depending on the menus and dialogues are: if you receive similar murder data for a later year, then running the script again on this later data will be quick to do. It would also be consistent with this graph without you having to remember exactly how you used the dialogue. Similarly, If someone asks, how exactly did you get those results? Well, that's what is explained by the script. And sometimes you may need help because you can't produce the graph or other analysis as you would like. A good way to ask for help is to show how far you have got and explain what more you would like. Most R users will understand what you have done easily if you show them the script. Finally, in this section, save the initial file you made earlier. Return to the first tab in the script window. This time, click on the Save button in the script window. It is the same as you did from the File menu earlier. Now save the script as well. We hope you're finding running scripts is easy. You can also watch the supplement video on the Insert and Log button.